BD Sports Extra, I'm Zach Fox. Now time for our Hoop Madness Team of the Week, and making their Hoop Madness debut, we have the Farwell Lady Blue, 20-3 overall on the season. Now 1-0 in districts. They took down Nazareth and number 5 Panhandle this past week in their district opener. Next, we'll speak with head coach Josh Jordan. All right, Coach, 8 days after winning the Caprock Classic and United Supermarkets Championship game here in Lubbock, you come back to Lubbock now for the Hoop Madness Team of the Week for the first time. Congratulations to that. Can you put into words this season so far? I mean, what an amazing start for the Lady Blue.
Yeah, it's been great. You know, Caprock for the second time was awesome. You know, it's always a struggle to win something twice like that. You know, but everything was like we talked about, was all preparing for Panhandle. We knew that was the start of it. You know, and so luckily we've had a tough schedule, and it's prepared them for it, and they really came to play and showed out on Friday night.
Absolutely. I'm sure you're able to see Panhandle in person with that Caprock Classic. One of the main benefits of that tournament, being able to see those teams in person. But, you know, even after that, some big competition. You had Nazareth, number 5 Nazareth there, you know, a state champion last year. And then you have Panhandle, as you mentioned, obviously a team that Farwell, frankly, has struggled to in the past few years. And be able to get that win at home to start off district play, it's got to be a great start for this team.
It was our goal from the beginning, and so you know, we knew coming in that was going to be our battle in district, and so like I said, I mean, just couldn't be happier. We were they were pretty excited in the locker room whenever we came out. You know, I told them I wanted to be like, hey, act like we expected to win, but then I asked them, like, how many times have you beaten? They're like, never. I was like, okay, then go ahead, enjoy it. You know,
right.
That's part of the fun of all this. You know, we make them do a whole lot of work, weights, everything we do, just pretty much work them really hard. And so it's good to have that celebratory time there for them. So I was happy for them. I could hear them all the way in the gym.
I'm sure everybody could, and rightly so. Well, Coach, and even the 3 losses, I mean, you're going up in classification and competition. I mean, Tascosa, Canyon, Seminole. You got 2 4As and a 5A there. I mean, surely you didn't tell the team early on that, hey, I'm going to have a pretty easy season for you guys set out.
Yeah, we told, you know, we expect to beat everybody. No, I did. I told them we're planning to, you know, we got to make sure we're ready for when it matters. And losing, you know, at the right time sometimes can be beneficial. You know, we lost our last game right before Christmas break. So we kind of talked about, you know, I was against Tascosa. Make sure you remember this feeling, and we, you know, let's not have it again.
Well, and then the depth on this team is something that we even talked about last year. But now the depth of last year grew up a year, and so you have 4 seniors and the rest are juniors. That is astounding of just how, you know, the leadership on this team and the experience that they have. How much do you think that really plays into not only last year's success, but obviously this year?
It's one of the main keys. You know, they've played together for, you know, pretty much their entire lives, most of them since kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, just every year together. You know, some key pieces in there that just develop that relationship that they've had. I'm the newest one here, and so a lot of times they have a better communication with each other than they get out of me, and so I've given them a lot of freedom, you know, to just be team-led is what we want.
Part of that is the defensive side of the ball. We saw it in person in the Caprock Classic, as did many teams, and, you know, statistically, anytime that you hold an opponent 50 points or less, you guys have won. Yeah. Anytime an opponent has gone over 50, you guys have lost. But the majority of the season, it's been 50 and under. What's been the key to the defensive side of ball, being able to limit some of the firepower of some of these other teams?
A lot of it's just their natural. They have a lot of get after it, and there's no quit in them. A lot of athleticism. And one of the things that I think has helped us most this year has been communication. You know, we talk about that a ton. You got to talk, and then we changed it to where, okay, we're talking, now we got to listen. And half of it's only doesn't do us any good, and I feel like that's the thing that's helped us the most.
High expectations. You're number 3 in the state. A lot of lofty expectations for fans for you guys, and that could present a pretty big target on your backs. But you guys have been able to live up to those goals and expectations, and still be able to get wins nonetheless. I guess, what do you expect on Tuesday as you continue district play? Now you're on the road at Bovina.
We just keep playing. I mean, it's the next game. All we can do is play who shows up and is on the court with us. So we haven't really we've talked about goals and all that, but we haven't really set a limit to them yet. And I don't feel like we should. Our goal is to win the next game every time. Doesn't matter who it is, where we're at. We can't worry about 2 games from now. We can't worry about what's coming later in district or the playoffs. It's Tuesday night's all that matters.
We'll get it done on Tuesday. Good stuff, Coach. Let's hear from some of those players. Chloe, one of 4 seniors on this team, and another amazing start, especially what last year even brought as well. But take me through being able to take down Panhandle. Obviously, Coach said that's one of the main goals for you guys this year was to take down Panhandle, and you were able to do so this past week to start off 1-0 in district play.
Well, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, it was a battle all the way through. I mean, we've never done it before, so it was a lot of excitement afterwards. But it was a big battle, and we've been prepping for it all year. And so I think it was just great and really gained our confidence afterwards.
I mean, so many tough teams on the schedule for this year. I mean, you look back at Coach, you're probably like, are you kidding me? I mean, with all the non-district that you had to deal with, and then not to mention in-district and all the ranked teams and potential state and past state champion type teams, and able to get the wins nonetheless. What do you think playing that caliber of opponents and still being able to come off with wins really does for the momentum of this team moving forward?
I mean, it just makes us more confident, and it really helps us overall, I believe. And I think we all know that we can do this and that our main goal can be reached at the end of the season.
All righty, Landry, tournament MVP in the Cap Rock Classic. You know, you guys stayed in a hotel here, and so learning how to adapt and play on the road, and frankly, live on the road for a few days. What did that kind of help out with you guys, and maybe facing some teams later on in the road, or even the playoffs on the road?
I mean, it gets us out of our comfort zones, like in our routines at home, and it just gets us used to being on the road for bigger games like the playoffs or eventually the regional tournament and the state tournament. But I think it's good for us to be out of our comfort zone to better ourselves.
Yeah, obviously, you got to have a pretty rocking fan base to be able to cheer on you guys each and every night. Take me through being able to run out and play in front of a nice crowd every night.
Well, I've been used to it because my mom's a yeller, and it's just been amazing to have the crowd support us and hear them encouraging.
And there are the Farwell Lady Blue, the Hoop Madness team of the week. They'll head onto the road to play Bovina on Tuesday. 4K Speedy Sports Extra coming up next.